Hey guys, just another quick video. I'm hoping to make this a short one. It's not really about makeup actually. I got a question on Tumblr saying, well, I'll just read it out. It says, "It's a strange question, but how did you take the courage to shave your head? I mean, I want to do it because I really feel that I have to do it for me, to feel better, but I'm afraid of how people will look at me or what they will say." So yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about shaving my head because I thought I've had questions about that quite a lot, so guess it might be interesting or useful for a few people to hear me talk about that. I first shaved my head, like just part of it, not the whole thing, when I was in college. I was 17, I think. Yeah, 17. And my mom actually shaved it for me. My mom shaved the sides, and I had a really big mohawk. It was orange, and then I had a few different colours. That was quite scary shaving it, but I'd put the mohawk up and left the sides down, and I just felt, I don't know, I looked at myself and I was like, yeah, that actually looks really good, and it was a complete spur of the moment thing. So yeah, I was just like, "Mom, will you shave my head?" And my mom was like, "I'll only do it because I don't want your dad to do it." So my mom shaved my head in my bathroom. Yeah, which was good. I mean, I'm glad my mom did it for me. That was nice of her. But yeah, so then I kept my head like partially shaved for quite a long time. A couple of times I let it grow back in, but I'd always shave it back again. Because it just felt weird, like having hair all over my head. Once you get used to having like some of your head shaved, it's weird to go back to having a full head of hair. Just like the feel of it, and it was just nice. And I'd always, whenever I tried to grow it back in, I'd always be tempted to shave it again. So eventually I just stuck with shaving it. Then I shaved the whole thing. Again, that was a spur of the moment thing. I'd sort of always known that at some point I would shave my head. Because I'd always admired like other people with shaved heads and thought they looked really good. And I'd sort of spoken to a few people, like I'd mentioned it to my mom and a few other people, and people had said they thought I could get away with it. I'd had so many like crazy hairstyles anyway that it didn't seem like a big thing to shave my head, because it wasn't like I had like long luscious locks and then suddenly shaved it all off. Like I'd had short hair for a long time, so I knew how fast my hair grew, that it would grow back pretty quick if I didn't like it. I'd shaved like the majority of my head, like my hawk was like up here, so I'd shaved like all of those sides, and kind of knew that I didn't have too much of a lumpy head, and sort of could kind of imagine like how it would look. So yeah, so then one day I shaved my head in my kitchen, and my housemates came home and like found me shaving my head in my kitchen, and there is actually a video of it. I'll have to see if I can find it and upload it. I don't think it's very clear, but yeah, I did video myself the first time I shaved it. But yeah, so I shaved it that time. It wasn't as short as it is now. It was maybe like a centimetre long, which actually does make a huge difference. Like you couldn't really see my scalp, whereas now obviously you can see quite a lot of scalp. So yeah, I shaved it then, and that was just before, that was in December 2011, so not last year, the year before, the end of the year. Yeah, so I liked it. I think I was a bit more, not necessarily butch, but I think I dressed a bit butcher then. I definitely didn't wear as much makeup as I do now. But yeah, it was good. I dressed up as baby Jesus for we have these Christmas parties at uni, and they're always fancy dress, and everyone dresses in strange outfits, and the one was Nativity, so I was the baby Jesus. And yeah, the bald head went with that. But then I did let it grow out for about a year. Like still keeping it short, but I let it all grow. And then I shaved like bits of it. And then I had a bowl cut for a while. And then one day I was just like, you know what, I really want to shave my head again. Like, and I want to do it shorter this time. And it was like I'd had like 3 days in a row, like just I couldn't really be bothered to do my hair in the morning, because it just was effort. Like it was, I had a bowl cut bit, I had like a long bit here, and it was just like effort to style. So then one day I did just shave it off. And people like at uni were shocked because like the first years like hadn't seen me before when I had a shaved head. So people obviously make comments. Like I get comments like daily about the fact that I have a shaved head. But I guess because I'd always had like brightly coloured hair, or I'd always had like a mohawk or something crazy anyway, and like I've got loads of piercings, like people comment on my appearance all the time anyway, that the shaved head doesn't add to that a lot. Like I get about the same amount of comments really, it's just for a different reason. So yeah, and I've always felt like pretty confident about, well, perhaps not always, like, but since like college, I think I like came into myself, like started doing what I wanted to do, like dressing how I wanted to dress, rather than just like, I think before that it wasn't that I was like conforming that much, it's just I didn't really care. Like, yeah. So at some point I started caring and was like, oh, I can actually do all these things now. I can like dye my hair crazy colours and whatever. I've got like a really accepting family as well, so that's good. Like they just are so used to me just doing silly things that it doesn't bother them at all now. Yeah, what else? Advice for someone who is thinking of shaving their head. I guess maybe try shaving part of your head first, just because that like that looks nice and it's easy to, like, you can always part your hair differently to hide it if you hate it. And it just gives you that little bit of confidence, like, and also in terms of not even just working yourself into it, but working the people that you know into it, like all of your friends and like other people that you see, relatives and stuff. If they get used to you with a partially shaved head, it'll be easier for them to get used to it, and so they will comment on it less. If that's something that bothers you, like if you're worried about, not necessarily worried what they'll think, but like if you don't want to have to go through the hassle of like them commenting all the time, then maybe do it in stages so that there's less comments to deal with that way, rather than it being like a massive like shift in your appearance. It is something I think everyone should do, because I've found it liberating, like seriously. Like you don't realise how much of a big thing it is, but for one thing, I can just get up and go in the morning. Like I can look in the mirror and, I mean, yeah, I can do makeup or whatever, but generally it does give me a lot more time to do makeup on the days that I want to. Like on a night out, I don't have to do my hair, I don't have to do anything like that. I literally just have to do my face and get dressed, which is good, because depending on what hairstyle I had, like it used to take quite a long time. Yeah, go for it, I guess. Don't worry about what other people think. Like the people who are worth having in your life will be there no matter how much hair you've got and no matter what colour it is and whatever. Yeah, that is what I would say, I guess. I don't know, have I missed anything out? What does it say? Yeah, how did you get the courage to? I don't know, really. I got fed up of doing my hair. It wasn't really about being brave. And yeah, I do think that if you have people comment on your appearance a lot, I don't know what this they're anonymous person who sent this message, but yeah, so I don't know what you look like or whether you have piercings or anything else that people already comment on your appearance. But yeah, I mean, Jessie J shaved her head. Yeah, it was a massive thing, but like, it is in the mainstream. Like, it's not so much on the edge that people are going to think you're a complete crazy freak. Although the reaction to Britney Spears shaving her head was quite a big thing. So, but I think things have moved on a little bit since then. Yeah. So everyone should shave their head because it's liberating and amazing, and your head feels really nice. Like, it's so nice. Like rubbing conditioner into your head is just the best thing in the shower. Like, yeah, just do it. And also it makes wearing wigs easier. You can always wear a wig if you hate it, and it'll grow back so fast. It's just hair. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. Hope it's been informative, interesting, etc. See you next time.